Did you know your mind might be making you lose money every day without you noticing? There are invisible traps silently sabotaging your finances. It's not just about spending too much or saving too little. It's about how you think, decide, and justify every money move without realizing it. Financial psychology shows we make money decisions more with emotions than logic, and that emotional bias is expensive. Today, you'll learn 7 mental traps that destroy your wealth. No matter how much you earn, falling into them leads to financial failure. The first error is confirmation bias. You only seek info that supports your beliefs, ignoring everything that challenges your money mindset. If you believe investing is risky, you'll only notice stories of losses. You convince yourself it's safer not to invest and remain stuck. This bias blocks your growth. When you reject new information that could help you, you trap yourself inside a dangerous bubble. Ever ignored financial advice because it didn't align with how you view money? That's also confirmation bias in action. The second mistake is loss aversion. We prefer avoiding a $10 loss over gaining $20. Our brains hate the feeling of losing. This bias stops you from investing or trying. You fear failure more than you want success. That keeps many people mediocre. Most people aren't poor for lack of ideas, but for fearing to lose what little they have. It's a mental prison. The third mistake is emotional spending. We use money to feel better. Sadness, anxiety, or boredom push us to spend. Have you ever bought something just because you had a bad day? That feel-good purchase can silently destroy your stability. Marketers know this. That's why they say you deserve a reward or that spending equals happiness. But that joy is temporary. True freedom doesn't come from buying more but needing less. Emotional spending masks wounds. It never heals them. The fourth error is mental anchoring. The first price you see sticks in your mind and affects all future money decisions. If a phone costs $1,000, a $800 one feels cheap, even though it's still expensive. Your brain compares, not calculates value. Sellers use this daily. They show the priciest item first, so everything else feels like a bargain by comparison. You think you're saving when you're really falling into a trap set by a false price reference. The fifth error is the illusion of control. We think we have more control over money and the future than we actually do. Thinking you can predict the stock market by intuition leads to decisions based on blind confidence, not data. That false confidence can push you into risky money moves that feel smart, but are not. Ever felt overly confident while spending or investing without proper analysis? That confidence is a silent trap. The sixth mistake is present bias. We value immediate rewards more than greater future ones. We'd rather spend $100 now than save for $200 next year. The brain wants pleasure now, no waiting. This causes poor decisions like unnecessary debt or ignoring financial education. If you tame your need for instant gratification, you can build wealth over time. If not, your future stays broke. Ever promised to save but spent the money anyway? That's present bias at work, without mercy. The seventh trap is the sunk cost fallacy. When we've already invested time or money, we won't walk away, even when it's failing. Have you ever kept paying for something just because you already spent on it? Like a subscription you don't use or a dead-end project? ¿Deseas que continúe con la parte 2, párrafos 31 al 60? Puedo entregarla en el siguiente bloque. This bias makes you lose more money just to avoid admitting you already lost. It's financial pride disguised as commitment. Accepting a loss may hurt, but insisting on it makes it worse. Learn to let go before you sink deeper. These 7 errors run on autopilot. Knowing them isn't enough. You must train your mind to catch them in real time. Smart people fall into these traps daily. It's not about logic, it's about emotional awareness. How do you avoid them? First, observe yourself. Write down your money decisions and ask why you made them. Patterns appear. Stress spending, guilt saving, pressured investing. All of it reveals something about your mindset. The key is self-control, not repression, but acting with intention instead of impulse. Money isn't just managed with numbers. It's managed with emotions, values, and conscious choices. When you control your mind, you control your money. And when you control your money, you gain true freedom. The issue isn't making a mistake. It's not recognizing it and repeating it endlessly. That's what kills progress. Now that you know these errors, you'll be more alert. but you must apply what you've learned. Info without action is just entertainment. Make a list of the errors you make most often and find ways to eliminate them. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it now. If you don't work on your money mindset, you'll stay trapped in the same cycle, no matter how much you earn. True wealth begins when you stop justifying your financial choices with mental excuses and take full responsibility. Next time you spend or invest, pause. Ask your mind why you want to do it. Listen to the answer. That moment reveals whether you're acting with clarity, or if a bias is driving the wheel without your consent. Learning these errors is like turning on a light in a dark room. At first it's uncomfortable, but later it sets you free. Don't underestimate a trained mind's power to make smart decisions. It's your strongest financial asset. Most people search for magic formulas to get rich, but few dare to look at what they're losing from within. Financial intelligence begins in the mirror, not in your bank account. Understand that, and you've already taken the first big step. When you understand your money mistakes, you see that the biggest threat isn't the economy. It's your internal programming. Many blame the government, the boss, or prices, but most financial problems come from their own decisions. The first step to financial freedom is to stop blaming others and take full control of your financial choices. A common mistake is living beyond your means to maintain a lifestyle you can't afford. The desire for social approval leads many into debt just to impress people who don't even care. Spending due to peer pressure is modern emotional slavery. It's expensive and doesn't earn real respect. If you need external validation to feel valuable, you'll waste your future just to look good today. Another mistake is avoiding money conversations. Many do it out of shame or culture, but silence breeds ignorance. Talking about money wisely doesn't make you greedy. It makes you aware and proactive. That's the foundation of growth. Avoiding money talk doesn't solve financial problems. It only worsens them in silence while opportunities pass you by. Another silent mistake is not checking your account statements. Many avoid seeing what they owe just to escape the guilt. But ignoring your finances doesn't fix them. It pulls you further from solutions. Facing your numbers is a financial act of maturity. Then there's the mistake of not having clear goals. If you don't know what your money is for, you'll spend it on anything. Money without purpose dissolves. Money with direction multiplies. Everything starts with a clear and powerful goal. If you want to save, name your savings. If you want to invest, set a date and amount. Vagueness keeps you stuck. Another mistake is refusing to educate yourself. You spend thousands on entertainment but hesitate to buy a book or course. Ignorance is expensive, way more expensive than a $20 book. And sadly, it only shows when it's already too late. Some people earn thousands but lose everything because they didn't understand interest rates, credit cards, or investing. Avoiding financial education is like driving blindfolded. It might work for a while, but eventually, there's a crash. Investing in your financial knowledge is the best investment. It never loses value, always protects you, and multiplies with use. Another mistake is depending on a single income source. With only one stream, you live in constant fear. One change and everything collapses. Multiple income sources aren't just for the rich. They're a smart survival and growth strategy. Start small, sell something, offer a service, monetize a skill. Every bit adds up and teaches you something. The real mistake is thinking you need a lot to begin. The truth is, you need to begin to have a lot. Another mindset trap is thinking money is evil. If you associate money with greed, you'll never feel comfortable having it. Most limiting beliefs about money come from childhood, and many are secretly sabotaging your present. Phrases like money doesn't buy happiness or rich people are bad create internal conflict when you try to improve financially. Your mind won't let you have what you subconsciously reject. That's why healing your money mindset matters as much as earning. Another mistake is ignoring the value of time. You trade hours for money without realizing time is your most precious resource. Learning how to multiply money without multiplying physical effort is key to breaking out of the scarcity cycle. The rich buy time. The poor sell it. That's the difference between freedom and permanent exhaustion. Not having an emergency fund is another huge mistake. Life is uncertain. Without a backup, any surprise becomes a disaster. Saving for emergencies isn't pessimism. It's wisdom. It's not a question of if something will happen, but when. The mistake is living paycheck to paycheck, assuming everything will go smoothly. That's a dangerous fantasy. Another mistake is not planning for retirement. Many young people think they have time, but time only favors those who start early. The best time to plan for the future was yesterday. The second best time is today. Don't let present comfort ruin your future. Money that isn't invested gets lost, whether from inflation, poor decisions, or letting it sit with no purpose. Fear of investing comes from not understanding how it works. That fear can only be cured through education, not avoidance. Every dollar you don't invest intentionally gets used by others to enrich themselves at your expense. Another mistake is living in constant debt as if it were normal. Debt is not a tool if you don't know how to use it wisely. Not all debt is bad, but all debt requires discipline. Uncontrolled debt becomes a hole that gets deeper every month. And finally, one of the worst mistakes, believing you already know everything. Financial arrogance leads straight to ruin. Money changes. The world changes. You change. If you don't adapt, you'll fall behind before you even notice. Financial humility means accepting there's always more to learn, even if you're already earning well. Learn to question every financial decision, not with guilt, but with curiosity. Why am I doing this? For what purpose? That habit can transform your relationship with money in just a few months, because it shifts the intent behind every action. Remember that every expense speaks about your identity, beliefs, and priorities. You're not spending money, you're spending future vision. Treat your financial choices like seeds. Some will grow, some won't. But each reveals something valuable about you. You're not alone on this path. Everyone makes mistakes. The difference lies in those who use them to grow and those who hide from them. Becoming financially aware isn't a trend. It's freedom, personal power, and adult responsibility. Today, you have two paths. Ignore what you learned and stay the same, or apply it and change your financial destiny. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be aware. Every conscious step takes you closer to a richer life, in every sense. You decide if money will be your emotional enemy or your strategic ally. The answer lies in how you think, not how much you earn. Every day is a new opportunity to train your mind and strengthen your financial decisions with intention. Financial success isn't a lucky break. It's a chain of wise decisions made with awareness and consistency. Your mental habits shape your financial habits. Change one, and you'll see the other begin to shift. Stop looking for shortcuts. What truly transforms your finances are the small decisions you keep making over time. If you avoid these psychological mistakes, you'll not only protect your money, you'll gain confidence in yourself. There's wealth in every conscious choice, even the small ones, because repeated good decisions make you unstoppable. What matters most isn't how much money you have, but who you are when managing it. That's where true freedom begins. Remember, you can earn a lot of money and still lose it all if you don't master your internal psychology. If you don't control your emotions will control your wallet. And that keeps you stuck in the same cycle forever. Change begins with a new thought, a different perspective, a smarter decision than the one you made yesterday. You don't need to get everything right. You just need to be slightly better than before. Think differently, act differently, and soon you'll see your financial reality shift radically. You already took the first step by watching this video. Now it's up to you to turn knowledge into action. Every decision you make today impacts your financial future. Make each one count. The future isn't written, but you can write it with your choices, your habits, and your mindset. Always remember, how you treat your money is a direct reflection of how you treat yourself. Subscribe to learn how to change your mind and your money to build lasting wealth.